he's part of our lives. You know, we accept it. You know, at times it's difficult to handle, but you know, we'd never complain about it because we are out there in the public and we are, you know, part of that. That's why we've never complained about it, because sometimes you hear people that are in the public eye that complain that they don't get left alone, but the only time when I would like a bit of privacy is when I'm with the kids and when I want to take the kids, I don't know, to the beach or to the park. That's the only time when I would like it.
Okay, we're going to take our final few questions. Grant?
Did you end up getting a chance to speak to Steve McLaren the other night? What was said, and what are your chances for the Germany game?
I got to speak to him. I'm not going to say what he said and what I said because that's obviously private. But we spoke about, obviously, my fitness. We spoke about how it's been over here. He said, obviously, he's looking forward to seeing me come over, at least, even if I can't obviously play. I think it's important that, you know, all the players are together, because it's good to get together as a team. So hopefully I can be there for that. And we'll see. You know, I have to be fit. You know, especially to play for the country, I have to be well, and I need to play for the Galaxy first.
Okay, are there any further questions? We'll take one last question in the back.
It's a little early, David, but your initial thoughts of the talent in the MLS, the level of play?
Yeah, like you said, it's a little bit early for me to comment on that. But from what I've seen, you know, the talent so far, you know, it's higher than people have actually spoke about the soccer in the MLS. I think that if people were to come and watch some of the players in some of the teams, you know, I think that a lot of people would be pleasantly surprised. And you know, it's about, you know, the league. The league is a good league. You know, it's not the highest level in the world. It's not, you know, the most well-known league in the world. But you know, that's what we're all looking to achieve. Not just myself, but you know, everyone involved in every club in the MLS. You know, we all want to make it a better league and a more exciting league, and hopefully we can do that. But it's a learning process, and it's not just going to happen overnight. You know, it will take a while.
I'd like to introduce the head coach for Los Angeles Galaxy, Frank Yallop. Coach, if we could begin with your thoughts on tomorrow's match.
Okay. Good afternoon. Obviously, another game that is important to us in our season, and getting back into playoff picture. So, you know, I felt the display was you know, okay in spurts in DC, and maybe a little bit unlucky not to maybe get something out of that match. But you know, we look forward to this game against a good New England team, and hopefully we can get a victory.
Great, thank you, Coach. At this time, we're going to go ahead and open it up for questions from Coach Yallop. Following questions for Yallop, we will introduce David Beckham. So we'll go ahead and open it for questions. Raise your hand, please. Any questions? Go ahead.
Predictable question, but could you just give us an update on David's ankle?
It's doing okay. Got through the game, which was great to have him out there. I think that was the main thing that we all, you know, been waiting for, and David's been waiting for. So very exciting to see him on the field. I think our play picked up and our players lifted, so that was great. So you know, he ran today and did a little bit, so we'll see how he's feeling, you know, for tomorrow's game. But again, I'll say it again. It was very good to have him out there, and he was excited too.
Okay, we'll take questions. Any further questions for Coach Yallop? Yes, go ahead.
Can you update us on Carlos Pavón? I know he was sick earlier in the week, and you got him in DC, but is he capable of going 90 minutes at this point, or do you still kind of have to manage him?
Yeah, he's been a little under the weather, so you know, I expect him to get a lot of minutes tomorrow. You know, he's fresh and ready, and he's raring to go. So he's a player who can score goals and can be dangerous. So, you know, we've missed him. You know, he's been a little bit off, and I wondered why. And you know, finally found out he's you know, a bit sick and been under the weather. So, you know, he'll do okay tomorrow, and we'll see if he lasts 90 minutes. It might be tough for him, but you know, most probably start the game.
Okay, next question. Go ahead.
What has it been like to have all the extra attention since David arrived, and how's the team been handling it?
I think the team's handled it well. You know, you don't know until when David does arrive what it brings, and it brings a lot of attention and a lot of you know, things away from the actual the game and the sport. And I think that we just want to get down to business and try and win some games. And I think that's the important thing. And I think we're starting to get now where it's dying down a bit. The guys are getting used to a lot of press being around and a lot of attention obviously on David. But I think the teams handle it better than they did to start with. But it's a slow process. But I'm hoping that we can start to really get into a groove where we can get David fully fit, get ready, and we start to roll as a team.
Okay, I'll take our next question. Go ahead.
Frank, the schedule's been pretty crazy. Are the guys a little bit leg weary already?
They'll be pretty leg weary. Don't tell New England that, but they'll be. They know that this is the schedule we've been given. We don't keep talking about it. We try not to harp on it and keep mentioning what we've had. But every team goes through a spell like this. It seems like I was going to keep going, but we've got a few guys banged up. That's the hard part when you've got a few players that are not 100%, and you're playing against a team like New England at home. That makes it difficult. But we'll have a good 11 out there, and we'll have a good run at them and see what we can do.
Okay, any further questions for Coach Yallop? In the back.
Coach, can you just talk a little bit with David's arrival? I mean, obviously, the last time you came here, probably wasn't this much attention. How important is it for the league in general, and how much more buzz do you kind of feel around the MLS?
Well, I think you saw on Thursday night the interest that David's brought to the league with the crowd and with the excitement in the crowd. I think that was the thing I really noticed. It wasn't just a big crowd. It was a football knowledge crowd that really, really got behind David when he stood up and did anything. But they got behind the home team as well, and I think that was important. I think the same's going to be tomorrow. They're going to come to see obviously David play, but they're going to enjoy watching their home team, and that's what we're trying to do: generate interest in the sport to people to come every week and watch their team. And I think that we're well on the way to doing that. The interest so far has been amazing, I think.